Hello, I'm David Smith, Chairman of FPT Wealth. With me today is Practice Development Director James Malcolm, and I'm going to talk to James a little bit about his history and how he got involved with FPT Wealth. G'day James, how are you?
Well, thanks David.
So James, you've been knocking around the accounting industry for a hell of a long time. What have you been doing?
Look, I started off in the accounting profession as an accountant, working through the ranks, and then as an executive with Solution 6. And then I was a part of a small team that founded the UK and the Australian offices of Advanced Professional Solutions, APS.
So out of that, you've spent a long part of your career working with a whole variety of accounting firms, haven't you?
Yes, I've had the opportunity to really understand who accountants are and what they're really trying to achieve. And yes, I've sort of built my career and my life around helping understand accountants and help them as best I can with their services.
So, you came across FPT Wealth. What attracted you to the business?
Good question, David. Look, the simplicity of the model was a big driver for me.
In what way?
Others have tried in this space and they've created the infrastructure too complex, and there's a simple way to do this. At the end of the day, the client needs to be looked after. The structure that we set up, the joint venture structure, it's a 50-50 structure. We've got a split on the revenue, and we just keep the whole process and procedure and architecture of the proposition very, very simple. And that's very attractive for accountants, keeping it simple, not recreating the wheel, and just focusing on the client at the end of the day.
And how's it resonated for you as you've been working with accountants? What's been the sort of feedback, and how have you felt that it's been moving since you've been involved?
Look, I've personally been, originally when we started, I had a couple of questions in my mind because it was quite new, this model, very, very simple. But as we've progressed, I've become more and more excited about this model. Accountants are appreciating what's going on. The relationship-orientated model that we're bringing to this, which is really about ensuring that the accountant, the firm, and an FPT is working very, very closely together. The outcome for the client is really quite significant here. So really working on that relationship and making sure that the client at the end of the day gets a great outcome.
And from the time that you've been working with accountants over those eons, those decades, what do you think are the key aspects that FPT is doing right to resonate with the accountants? Simplicity
is one thing. I think the connection model that we have, having the client at the centrepiece. Other models that are out there are focusing in on the joint venture partner, which is important. But if we're all working on that central person, which is the client at the end of the day, we're going to get the right outcome. We're all there for the right reason. So that's a big part of what we're trying to do and why we've been so successful. I think really a big part of it is really getting close to where the joint venture, where the accountants are at. Accountants have traditionally been a little bit anti-planner, and really and they've viewed the planning and advice industry as only focusing on the top end, whereas accountants are really wanting to help all their clients and have a solution for everyone. And that's what I'm very passionate about, is ensuring that accountants know that we're there with a value set and a relationship to help everyone, and a service offering to help everyone. And I think that really resonates with accountants, the value set that comes from it.
Thanks, James. So if you're interested in FPT Wealth and its model, contact James, who'll be out there in a flash to talk with you about how FPT Wealth can be a great solution for your firm.